Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Y'all are brewheads? Yeah, we brewheads. So pour a glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
What's good, y'all? This is C, certified brewhead.
And I'm Tiffany, liquid enthusiast, alongside Barrington, the multi-poop.
And welcome to episode 21 of Beer Nuts, the podcast Link Up series. We are back week 5.
Yes, we are.
Series 4.
Exciting.
Very cool. Almost ending.
I know.
Almost ending. It's been a really cool series, this one. I mean, look, there's never been a bad one. But it's always like, I don't know, I just enjoy it. The series kind of differ as the seasons change as well. Though, to be fair, I mean, this is coming into a sort of like technically a fall season. So we didn't have it's not like all stouts or anything like that. It's still like nice and varied up with all the styles we've been getting. So far we had Willowbold, Foam, Elora, Mascot. So 3 from Ontario, 1 from Vermont, and finally we're moving into Quebec for series 4. Super excited. This is a brewery we haven't had on the pod yet. We're just going to figure it out for next year, but I have been fortunate enough to try a bunch of their stuff, and it's genuinely phenomenal. There's a lot of hype around these guys in Quebec and beyond, so very well deserved, and we're super, super stoked to have both the brewery participate in Link Up and to have them on the podcast. So please welcome Fred from Tolte in the building. There he is.
Hi.
Hey, Fred. Dude, thank you for hanging out, man.
No problem, man. It's a pleasure for me to be with you.
I appreciate you. Thank you again for being a part of the series, for being down, for being the Quebec representative for this series. It's, like I said before, man, I'm a big fan of everything you guys are doing. Very excited to try the beer and hear all about it, man. So.
And these glasses, sorry, you're going to bring them in a second.
Oh,
these glasses are sick. I love them.
If we can, actually, it might look better once we have beer in it.
The design is awesome.
Well, if you drink Tolte beer, it had to be in Tolte glass, right?
It's the only way to go.
Definitely.
It's the only way to go. So, you guys delivered a glorious beer. You guys are very well known for your IPAs and your smoothie sours primarily. This one is an IPA. Tell us about the beer, man.
Yeah, sure. So, we have this is an IPA at 6.7 ABV.
Okay.
And for that particular IPA, and for a lot of our IPAs, we really like to do like the mix of American and New Zealand hops. So this is exactly what we have here. Citra, Mosaic and Motueka hops. So we got big stone flavors, stone fruit flavors.
Smells amazing.
Yeah, so great big IPA. All our IPAs between 6 and 7 ABV are always the one that has more like punch and mouthfeels. So pretty stoked with how it turns out, and hope you're gonna like it.
Oh, dude, I'm stoked. I don't know if you heard we say before, but as you Tiff was pouring it there, like the whole area just started smelling like tropical
incredible.
fruit.
It smells
Just glorious.
Yeah, it's heavy in hops, but it's been about a week, and it's just great to let it cool down a little bit, so the hops just calm down, and we have all the flavors in nose and in our mouth, which are not too strong, but just well balanced and pretty stoked to present you that Link Up beer.
Thank you.
It's glorious.
Cheers.
Look at that. Cheers, brother. Get that in you. Oh yeah, cheers.
Oh, yeah, cheers to you.
Ooh.
Wow.
That is gorgeous.
Thanks.
That's phenomenal, man. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Like, I feel like this is very much in line with the style of beer that you guys typically do. You got like a really, really cool approach to IPAs. Like they always the insane body. It's really smooth. You mentioned the between 6 and 7. Personally, like this is my favorite. That's my favorite range
ABV
for
zone?
IPA. Yeah, ABV zone for IPAs. So I was very happy.
Isn't that perfect?
It's glorious. Looks beautiful in the glass. Yeah, man. Really. What did you say? You said stone fruit?
Yeah. Stone fruit. A little bit like mango. I don't know. If you really like citrus, mango.
Yeah.
maybe a bit of pineapple. Yeah. So with just fruits like with big character, it just comes out of it. So
Yeah, definitely. It's awesome.
which is glorious. So we're just saying off air that people keep coming back to the brewery. They only got a couple cases left and asking for more. Wanting to get some more of this.
Oh, sweet. That's great.
Makes me very happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we still have a few cases left at the brewery, and people are just stoked to have it like 2 weeks in a row. So it's perfect, and we should have it on tap for a few weeks. So
Okay.
Perfect.
so yeah, for all the holidays. So people just can try it at like in pint or glass or name it.
Nice.
I love it. No, this is fantastic, dude.
Yeah.
Love it. It's the perfect beer for this. I feel like there's never a bad time for an IPA at all. Make sure the label's facing forward.
No, IPAs are always a good time. Always the good one.
Always a good times, and we like to have a bit like a small. I don't know if I say it correctly, like a resinous
Yes.
final. Yeah, so it's not too sweet. We have something like well balanced, and it finished like a bit more dry than some IPAs.
Yes.
But just one like a next sip.
It's 100%. This is
Yeah.
it's money, bro. And let's look at the label. I was just telling you off air, like, and we say this every time.
Mhm.
Hang on, is it doing the own thing? Tap that. There we go. This is glorious. So it's almost like a video game where it's got the where is it? There it is. The
Blocks.
link up in the middle. All the other empty blocks. It's got link up yellow, the perfect color. Talk to us, bro.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. So we want to have like something like to that has a contrast.
Mhm.
So we go with forms. And as a big fan of Pink Floyd, just like another brick in the wall. So it kind of represents like the diversity and just like the complementarity of colors and rectangles. So, it's very simple, but if
Effective for
it
sure.
always depends like how you see it. So
Yeah, I love that. I think it's so cool. Yeah, just the way that the link up is like
Thanks.
sneaky in here.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's small, but you can see it.
Yeah,
No,
no, it
it's-
like stands out. It's just like one
It does
cool
stand
like
out,
yeah.
yeah.
That's why I felt like a
But it
video
makes you
game
stare.
type thing because you're staring. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like you said, the brick in the wall. That's great because I was thinking like
Yeah.
Tetris, like blocks or something.
yeah.
And
Yeah, that's it. So that's what we
Yeah.
want to do.
It's really cool, man. And I feel like the fact that it's small makes you stare at the label a bit more to find it, which I think is important because if they stare at the label a bit more, they'll see the QR code, they can scan that and then learn a bit more about the collaboration, about the program. So
Yeah.
very cool, man.
Yeah, totally. Thanks. Very, very happy that you like it.
I knew we would. I was super excited for this. It was difficult not to, like we were saying before, we always drink the beer on air for the first time. Like we've never tried it out of the 4 series.
Yeah,
We've
we
once
never try it
before.
beforehand. We never cheat. We just try
Really?
to
Never cheated.
exactly. Yeah.
So it was difficult to not, because it arrived last week and it's about a week ago. So we did not, we didn't cheat, but it was difficult not to, this time, for sure.
And you haven't seen the label, like before it arrives at your door, I guess. So
Did I? Or was it like,
It's all a surprise.
it was either
at least for
the,
me.
yeah, no, it was either the, glorious. Look at that head,
Yeah,
bro.
it's just
like
beautiful. It's such
a
a gorgeous
moose.
pour.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
It's
such a big
beautiful.
fan, dude. Like, you guys
Yeah.
really do phenomenal stuff. So I was extremely excited when we got you guys involved in this. So
well, it's a pleasure for us. It is.
It's brilliant. So I mean, I feel like we really needed to make sure that even this series was less Quebec than usual. Usually it's 3 and 3. So we definitely had to have someone from Quebec represent. So I'm very happy if anyone it's Tolte. The program itself. So when we got you guys involved in this series, what about Link Up and the sort of the mission to diversify the craft beer industry? What about that spoke to you and made sense to get involved in it?
Can you repeat it? It
was
cut
cutting
a little
out.
bit, so I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem. It's technology.
Sorry,
man.
man.
No, dude.
Technology.
It's all good, brother. So
I was like, what?
like,
Saying?
can you get it? I'm sorry. Yeah, it's
No,
annoying.
okay, go ahead.
The what about the Link Up mission? Like, what was it about the mission to diversify craft beer? What about that spoke to you as a brewery owner? Like, what about it made you want to get involved in something like this?
Well, for us, it's a bit natural. Like we know, we're in Boucherville, which is a town it's like, I don't know, I say like 98% of kind of the same people that live there. So French, Canadian, white people. So it's a bit of a challenge for us to have diversity just comes to your door.
Right.
Like and try your stuff. So if it can be for us to help it a little bit, and maybe some people follow you. So if we can get to people like that, and so people understand that craft beer industry and Toltec, and we're always trying to be very inclusive, and it's not always like the image maybe of what is shown on social media of different breweries, but yeah, it's very something that we take it to heart, and we hope to have a small impact on the diversity of within the craft beer industry. So that's it.
Dope. That makes
Okay.
sense, man.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
know that's on that note, I guess that's something that's been brought up before in this series from different Quebec breweries, mostly Quebec, and I'm not just Quebec. There are some ones in Ontario who are in maybe like smaller
Hmm.
towns, perhaps, that have a similar problem with like the homogeneity. What's that word? There is a word for it.
There's a word for it, but
I
yeah,
always forget it.
it's all
It
the
has
same.
to be similar to what you just said.
Yeah, yeah.
Something
yeah.
along. People know
Somewhere
what
there,
I'm talking
yeah.
about. Of the inhabitants of the area, and obviously there's not much that you can do about that. So yeah, it definitely is a challenge for Toltec. So have you noticed, like, when you look at the people who come into the brewery and the people who apply for any jobs there, is there a diverse pool of people for both of those things, or is it pretty much the same as the people who live in the town?
Pretty much the same. Yeah, I'd say like if you're out of Montreal, you maybe have like less diversity.
Hmm.
In terms of people who lives there and people who wants to go there to work. So yeah, no, it's been a challenge, and we pretty much have like 95% of the same people that applies at Toltec, in terms of where they're from and what they like, and what typical people just do, so yeah, no, I think we all have like the same problem, and we should all work together to solve this problem. So
Hmm.
Yeah.
so yeah, it's just perfect.
Okay. The ones that the people who aren't of the 98%. Do you ever have you ever found like how they found out about you, or like how that sort of message got out? Because I think that's an interesting thing for all of us to know. Like, if there's no like,
Diversity directly.
how did they hear about it? Like,
Mhm.
maybe they happen to live, maybe they are of that 2% and lived in the area and drink beer, heard about you guys, and I'm like, oh, this could be fun to work at a brewery, something like that. Like, did you ever get any information about that?
Actually, no.
Mhm.
Actually, no. We haven't had any information about it, and we haven't had any feedback about it. So,
Mhm.
in that sense, so it's very hard to like make your ideas of it, and the impact. So yeah, no, it's very difficult to know exactly like this 2%, is it, maybe this 2% is just like, people who don't drink beers at all. So
Yeah, yeah, you never know.
It could be.
there are
Yeah.
some people, so you never know, so but yeah, no, we haven't had any feedback in that sense.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a struggle too,
Yeah.
because then you don't know what works, so that you can keep doing it even.
That's where I was
Yeah,
going for. I mean,
yeah.
it's not like it's a weird thing to even ask if someone applies for the job, like, hey, person who's not white, how did you find out about it? Like, it's
You can always ask everybody, and that's probably
You
worth
ask
putting
everyone,
on, just
maybe.
always on every application or something.
like, how did you hear about us?
about the job? And then you could kind of get that idea.
Because I wonder
Just so
if
you can
it's,
see.
just so you can, because I wonder if it's like, if you put the job ad out on Indeed.com or LinkedIn, did they just find it because it's on LinkedIn,
Mhm.
or did they?
That's it.
Are they local and they are aware of it?
Yeah.
And they're sort of involved in beer or not already. It's an
Yeah.
interest. Yeah. It's probably easily the biggest challenge that we're trying to address here. So it's sort of like, even for us, we've got a bunch of ideas on how to fix it, and we're working hard to do that. But it's still like, if you can get any idea of like, hey, these people said they heard about it through this, like, oh, we never thought about contacting these organizations or
Mhm.
whatever it might be, to then get the message spread out through their like contacts and such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is interesting. So, from as far as like what would you call this, like a program like this, as far as getting involved with Link Up and putting out a beer to support the diversity
cause
in
or
craft
the
beer,
mission.
support the cause, exactly right.
Mhm.
Have you guys done, you've been open for probably 2 years, maybe?
Yeah, we actually celebrate our
Mm.
2 years on beginning of October.
You're a
Amazing.
pandemic baby.
Yes.
Yeah, to deal
Yeah,
with. Okay, oh gosh. Well, good on you, because you went right through it.
Made it
That's
work.
it.
Though.
Literally, there's no
We
harder
actually
time.
opened-
So good for you guys.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. We just opened, on the second wave of the pandemic, if I can say it
Okay.
like that. It's
Oh yeah, that's like the
So-
fall, around the fall time when things got hectic again.
Of
That's
2020,
Of
yeah.
2020, yeah. When you're like, oh, maybe life's
Yeah.
better, and they're like, haha, no.
Nope.
Like,
Good.
go back home. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah, it actually takes us like 2 days to close it up and be like, all right, so takeout mode and
Oh
open
gosh.
some cans.
Immediately. Oh my gosh.
That's
Okay,
so
yeah.
crazy.
So we
Okay.
just had a tease.
Yeah, you just had a teaser of what it feels
Hey,
like,
guys,
not even
yeah.
a week, and then it's like, all right, wrap it
Yeah.
up. Well, good
That's
for you guys. Congratulations, because yeah, you made it through, and yeah,
Yeah.
what a
That's
test.
it,
That's a
yeah.
test. Yeah.
It-
Sorry, I interrupted.
No, that was
Yeah.
it. This is great to know, because I was curious about that. So that actually makes the like, you haven't been around that long to be able to do so much, and you've only existed in this very interesting time in human history to open a business that a lot of the time requires people to come into it, right? So there's a lot of additional challenges on top of things like this, like trying to
Mhm.
diversify everybody so that more people are aware and grow it. Have you guys been involved in the short time you've been around in other things like this, where you've done beers for different charities or non-profits, or done
Yeah.
any, got involved in the community in Boucherville or nearby?
Yeah, sure. Well, it's always been like a big priority for us to just try to help out some nonprofits organization. And early this year, we've done a beer where we give I think it was $1 per cans to the Ukraine Foundation for the
Nice.
war.
Nice.
And so being involved with is very important for us, like to be there socially for our communities. And I think that people's that are our clients, um, they want to contribute, but sometimes they just don't know how. So
Yeah.
we want to give them the opportunity to just do a good action and do
Yeah.
do something different. Just by purchasing beer, well, it helps someone at the end. Not just like Tolte, but sometimes it can be the Ukraine Foundation. Sometimes it can be Link Up. And just now, like for the holidays, we've been we were how can I say it? I'm sorry, I'm looking for my words.
Yeah, no,
But
okay.
but if people just brings like soup cans and
Oh, like the
stuff like
food
that.
drive? The
we-
food drive?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Nice.
So we give them a discount at the pub. So
Oh.
we're always trying to encourage people to come and just do a good action
Mhm.
That's great.
at the maximum of our capacity. So yeah, it's something that we take it to heart.
I love that, and I love that you're being like the vehicle for people to do good if they want the opportunity to. Like you just said, you're like, we're giving them the opportunity. Sometimes you don't know how to donate or who to give to, and it's like you get to support a brewery that you love. You get to drink good beer, and then like it goes to a good cause. It's a very cool vehicle. I think breweries are great because they get that. It's not like it's just like Shoppers Drug Mart or something that you donate to. I mean, like you donate to a community organization, and that community is also like, you know, putting people at the forefront, which is good. So it's like you're not just selling beer; you're really being a part of the community, which is super important. So that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I think, you know, it's like the more we grow, the more it's a mission for us to be part of this. And I think that you know we have like some responsibility.
Yeah.
And all the other breweries and you know, people that have business and stuff like that. So people sometimes look at what you're doing, and if you're doing good, you know, you may be being inclined to do it again by your own. So I think it's something that's very important, and
and it's good for
everybody
business
should
too.
think about it.
Yeah, it's good for business too, right? Like people want to support the types of businesses that care about other people too, right? Like it makes you feel good to do that too. So it's like good for in the end, it's like good because it feels good, but it's also good for business reasons where people will be like, oh, that brewery cares. Like I feel good when I put my money or I give them my money. So yeah, that's great. Yeah,
That's it. And sometimes people, you know, like I said before, they don't know like what to do to give to communities, and sometimes it's more of an effort to go on website and just donate like $5, $10. But if you can do it through your everyday like expenses, well, why not?
Yeah, definitely.
That's such a really good point, though. It's like the breweries are the conduit for giving back, so it's it allows people an opportunity to do something, because it's very likely that the people who support Toltec are going to align with any organization that you work with. So if you're already co-signing, say, hey, we work with the Ukraine, we work with the Food Drive, we work with Link Up, then people are like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I'm cool with that. Hey, let me buy more of this beer then, because I know that a portion of this beer is going back to any of those, you know, those organizations. It's like a cosign, but it makes it easier for people to give, because it is kind of hard to just choose unless you've got, you know, unless you've like been through something like a heart foundation or a cancer foundation or something like that you want to give back to, because maybe you've experienced that in your life. For the average person who just wants to do something good, it feels better for everybody to be able to support something that also supports other things.
Yeah.
So it's like a
100%.
chain of goodness.
Yeah, chain of goodness.
That's it.
Yeah.
I never thought of that, man.
That's awesome.
I like it. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Like it's just such a cool.
Good stunt.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad it makes sense. I'm pulling it out of my ass right now, but like, it's dope, bro. Like I never really thought of it like that, and like this is why I love these episodes, because you get gems like this. I just think that's actually, it makes it more important, actually, than what breweries do, because a brewery is a business, but a brewery is a community space that brings people together.
Exactly.
So the only thing that makes sense is to give back to that community at large. And if you're able to make it easier for other people to choose how to support them, rather than, like you said, no one's really just going on a website donating $10. It feels pointless.
Yeah.
You know?
It's more rare. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then that also makes me think that even on that, so like Link Up, that makes sense too when you're looking at to attract a diverse base. But it probably is like, you know, when people are thinking about, hey, how do I like let people know in diverse communities like who I am or what we stand for? Donating probably, or creating these types of partnerships with diverse organizations is probably a very good way to do that. So, you know, like if you partner with somebody who specifically speaks to a certain community, like if you were like, okay, like the Jamaican Association says they need XYZ, they need books for something, or they need some money, we're going to donate to this organization, because then in the end that puts our visibility, gives our brewery visibility in this demographic. like that actually could be like a smart route for people to consider. It's almost like how people donated to Black Lives Matter with
Black is
especially
Beautiful.
during during Black is
George
Beautiful.
Floyd, yeah.
But like I think that one was so many people at one time that it would be hard for you to notice. It'd be better if it was like It would be better if it was like a local community or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's something to consider in terms of a way to like reach a new group is like you partner and you're like, hey, we donate to this group. Which you can same thing do if you
totally.
want to introduce LGBTQ audience, you sponsor a race, you do something like that, and that just helps bring some awareness.
So everyone wins.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And you know we just talked earlier on how to attract the 2% like of the communities, you know, within Boucherville, where maybe this is a way to attract them and encourage them to come at the brewery and you know be just part of it. So maybe this is an answer to the problem.
Yeah,
and that's once again the point of these episodes, to have these conversations. And because I know a lot of breweries listen to this, a lot of industry people, and if we can share some things that you guys are doing and then come up with some stuff together, I feel like it's like a brainstorm session for what people could do. It's almost like then, if you look at it, the example you gave them, Fred, say like 98% might be French Canadian white folks, and then 2% might be a mix of other backgrounds and cultures in Boucherville specifically. So it's like if any brewery looks at the demographics of their city or town, wherever they're at, and then we're like, okay, well, here's the majority, but here's the minority. Maybe I could be like, all right, if that 2%, maybe it's like mostly one other group. So then you can be like, if they're all Jamaicans, like whatever, they could be from India, they could be from anywhere.
Yeah.
Then you could be like, well, I'm going to go to that association because there's got to be multiple ones.
Yeah.
If people tend to congregate with like-minded people, and even as an Australian, I noticed that the Australians tend to hang out together in Canada, which I didn't really deal with that because I came to Canada to be around Canadians, but a lot of Aussies hang out together. There's community groups, there's football clubs, like
yes. Football clubs, yeah, that's like sponsored. Like if you sponsored, if you wanted to reach Australians, you could sponsor the footy club or something like that. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
exactly.
Makes sense, yeah.
So it's like thinking like laterally, like how can we reach different people? And if it's like, and this is not just like a selfish thing where you're like, hey, whatever Aussie Rules Football Club, like tell all your people about Tolte. It's more just like, hey, how can we help you? What do you need? Like you were saying before,
Yeah,
like, do you need books? Do you need backpacks? Do you need school stuff for kids?
Yeah.
What do you need?
Yeah.
Do you need clothing? And then if you give back to them, you create a real relationship with the organization, and hopefully that maybe they'll be like, hey, Fred, we need to hold a fundraiser, or we need to run this event. Can we hold it at Tolte?
Yeah.
So then at times you're closed, they can book out the venue.
Yeah.
Boom.
Or we're having a race, you know, we're doing a marathon, like, are you cool to do like the after drink, you know, like everyone does the beers after.
You could have a beer that
that
exists already, and
that's
you just
a light
rebrand
beer,
it.
and you're like, that's
yeah,
us.
you just make a label for it or something,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you've got people who never would be exposed to your stuff drinking your product. You've got relationships with these people and relationships with the organization, and then relationships with the community. So it's like this whole holistic approach to.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, well, you kind of have to inverse the conversations. It has to be about them and not about you.
Yeah.
So at the end, it's all about us. So you know, it's always like how you vehicle your message, I guess.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a good
cool.
point.
Yeah,
I like
that's
this.
probably something I feel like I'm gonna put in a social post.
Yeah.
Like in terms of just one of the ways to reach more audience. I'm thinking about social always, but like I just feel like it's like one of the ways maybe people aren't thinking about. It's like you can you can partner with the organizations or sponsor somebody, and then that's a good way to get to the people on the other side. You know, so yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
a good thought.
Yeah, well, thank you, Fred, because
thank you.
You started saying that, and I think that's like this is a gem, and I feel like it's like, you know, this type of stuff can help anyone anywhere.
Yeah,
because any brewery in any place could do this. Any business. I mean, obviously, there's people in other industries.
Obviously, any business. Yeah. Lots of industries can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is super dope. I love that. Do you have any things like this coming up for 2023? Being that we're in December now, are there like different initiatives that that you're working on,
about?
or anything that you're excited about? Yeah.
Actually, we just take them like one by one, and
Gotcha.
and yeah. So so maybe something is gonna come up, and that it will take all our how to say it. Mm, like
some,
major event that will come up, and we will want to help people, and so we just like sometimes waiting for um for the good message at the good time,
Yeah.
rather than just like doing, just pushing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so I think like that way is maybe more relevant, because we're just not like doing, okay, this month is going to be for cancer, and next
right.
month is going to be for, we're just like trying to go with what we think will work best for our inclusion into the community. So,
Perfect.
but so yeah, we don't have anything right now that is planned for 2023, but definitely there's gonna be something. So
Cool.
so yeah.
No, that's good. And yeah, you take it as it kind of comes to you and
Yeah,
make the
rather than
decisions as you
force it.
go instead of forcing it. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, this is awesome, man.
that's it.
This beer, I wanted to ask you if people wanted to get it around Quebec. Obviously, they can come to the brewery to pick it up and support. Do you guys do any distribution yet, as far as like around dépanneurs and such?
Sometimes when we have like few cases
extra?
left, yeah, when we have extra, we contact depanneurs nearby, and they may have like one or two cases maximum by depanneurs.
Gotcha.
But yeah, but otherwise it's always just at the brewery.
Come to the
Okay.
brewery, which is obviously
Yeah,
better
yeah.
because
Yeah. You get the full experience and things like that
yeah,
too. So that's
and if you're going to
important.
have it on draft throughout the holidays, it's definitely worth people coming by and
For
supporting.
sure.
And this beer is spectacular. I'm like,
It's
this is
so
so
good.
good, bro.
I'm like trying not to drink it that fast because I haven't eaten, so I was like, I need to eat some chips or
Yeah.
something like that because it's so good. It's so easy
Yeah, I'm just
drinking,
crushing
and
it.
it's so good. And I
Yeah,
was like, Tiffany, you haven't had breakfast or you haven't eaten anything. Take it
take your
down.
time.
Well,
But-
thanks,
Smart.
guys. It's
So good.
yeah, it's very appreciated, and I'm going to tell it to my partner Simon, which is
Yes.
very involved with it in all the brewery stuff. So
Nice.
so he's gonna be very happy.
Tell him
that.
he killed it, and
Yes,
it's
he did
great.
great.
Tell him it's awesome.
Did we meet
That's
when I
that's
came
it.
by? Is
Thanks.
that who I met? Because I
Yeah.
hung out with you, and I think it was Simon, and then it was Sam.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Yes,
And Sam
yes,
was the
yes.
social media guy who does the amazing photos.
Actually,
right?
I think you met Charles, which
Okay.
one of my interns, but right now he's not with us anymore. But he's doing some pictures for us, and
Oh, nice.
for some and stuff like that,
Dope.
because we still have a very good relationship, and he's doing awesome stuff. So yes, sometimes it's me, so sometimes it's him.
Okay, nice.
Love it.
Nice.
No, you got fantastic
Yeah.
social as well, man. Like I really love what you guys are doing with that. It's beautiful.
Thank you very much. It's
You're
very
so welcome, man. This is awesome. I feel like we actually got some like nice little
Yeah, some good gems from here.
gems out of this. This
Yeah.
is really, honestly, I know these I hate these shorter episodes, but because we could talk about this stuff forever. But I really feel like
That's what the other podcast is
I know.
for.
I was telling Fred before.
Yeah.
It has to be. It
has
has
to
to
be.
be.
Yeah.
We got to
That's
keep
a
it
long
separate,
one. You just enjoy yourself. You go on the entire.
and we can go on and we can
5 hours.
Exactly.
We
We could if we want to.
That's
Yeah.
it.
No, this is fantastic, man. I really like. I'm grateful for you guys once again to be getting involved, and for this idea. I really feel like this is the big takeaway from this episode. So breweries who are looking to do anything within their community, like actually get involved with that community directly, help them with what they need, and then everything else can come from there. Real relationships. The idea is to not only just get employees in the brewery, but you want to get like drinkers
Mm-hmm.
from different backgrounds. So it's just like
That's
a process of getting getting those. Barrington's just looking at me.
Yeah, he's really distracted. I can see.
You okay, buddy?
Just
He
being
wants
very
somebody. He can
cute.
smell the beer.
He wants the beer. He's like, "What's that?" No, he's just like, "What's that? What are you guys drinking?
like,
What's that?"
Is that Motueka?
Yeah.
You can tell.
But don't
knew.
drop it on the floor because it's all gonna.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
it's
It'll be a
gone.
problem.
I got a can for you after. Buddy.
Yeah.
Dude, let's grab the thumbnail. We're gonna take a screenshot. Do you want to hold up the can?
Sure, man.
I'm gonna take
Alright.
a screenshot here for the thumbnail. There we go.
Do you see it well? Like,
Yeah.
is it better if I?
Do it that
Do
way.
it that way.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Do it
with the link up on the
Yeah, perfect. Okay,
You see it? All right.
there we go. You ready? Glorious. I'm gonna wrap this up, Fred, but stick around on the call afterwards, and we can
Sure.
say goodbye once we do that. But where can everybody find Tolte online?
Online, you're in Facebook, Instagram, very new and newbie on TikTok.
Okay,
Nice.
Not very
nice.
good at all. Not
It
very
takes
good at
time.
all,
It
but,
takes time.
we're
You just
doing our
gotta
best.
post.
I think we have like 4 videos. All right, so
That's okay.
and and on Google, classic.
Awesome.
Love it. And I think is it Toltec_artisan Brasseur on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is Tolte_Brasseur Artisan.
Other way around. Damn it. So close. Look at that. Leave Quebec and my French is gone.
I know your
already.
French is all gone. Took
Pathetic.
3 months.
Fred, you're a legend. Stick around. I'll wrap this up and we'll chat off air. But thank you again.
Thanks so much. Thanks for being a partner in this, and just thanks for making a beautiful product and really supporting the cause. So
Yeah, man.
thanks so much. Really appreciate you.
Sure, cheers, guys. It's really been a pleasure for me to being able to chat with you two on the Link Up podcast.
I love
Thank
it. Here
Cheers.
for it. You're a legend. Everybody, make sure, get down to Toltec in Boucherville, Quebec, just outside of Montreal. If you go into IKEA, it's right around the corner.
That's true.
That's how I know
It
Boucherville
is.
Yeah, yeah.
2 minutes by car.
2
Look at
minutes.
that.
Look at
That
that.
is so convenient.
Get your new IKEA bookshelf
Mm-hmm.
and then go see Toltec. Look at it. This is Boucherville right here on this right here. Everyone, make sure. What do I say? What's my?
If you enjoyed the
If you enjoyed the episode, smash the thumbs up, hit subscribe below, and hit the notification bell
Ding.
so you know when the new drops. Follow us everywhere at BAOS Podcast and, of course, at Link Up Beer. It is linkupbeer.org, and if you want to apply for the program, you can apply right on the website. You'll speak to the gloriously lovely Danielle. She will chat with you, and, you know, we work with Cicerone. We're working on some scholarships. We've got the diversity job.
Board?
No, we'll get the job board, the plug. Make sure. Also, Fred, if you ever have any jobs that you guys have, shoot me an email and we'll put it up on our job board as well. Definitely want to
I
keep
will,
doing
I
that.
promise.
Thank you very much. And any breweries as well who is interested, please make sure you shoot me an email, social@linkupbeer.org. That'll get to me directly and we'll make sure that gets up on the plug job board. The I can't even remember, but either way, just go apply. The episodes come out every week, so we're now this is as we're recording it. This is week 5, moving into. Oh, this is week 6.
Yeah, this is week 6. It was just episode 5 because we didn't do foam, right?
Correct.
There you go.
So we're getting there, but stay tuned. Make sure get the beer, and we'll see you guys in this episode.
Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.